Hi, welcome to the Machzor before Rosh Hashana part 10. Today we're going to speak about a special prayer said by the Chazan alone, and that is the Hineni He'oni, which is on page 444 in the art scroll, on page 129 in this edition of the Musaf Hari. These are the words that the Chazan says before Musaf, where he asks Hashem to accept his prayers on our behalf. And he says over there, he says how he feels unworthy to stand in front of Hashem, but nevertheless, on our behalf, on behalf of those who have sent me, though I am unworthy and unqualified to do so, Hashem listened to my prayers. There are a lot of things which are said by the Chazan alone on Rosh Hashana and Yom Kippur. And the truth is that the Chazan is not speaking alone. The Chazan is called the Shliach Tzibur, the emissary, the agent of the community, because he is our agent. He is the one who navigates the entire process for us. I'd like to share a story of the Baal Shem Tov. Tomorrow, Chai Elul, is the birthday of the Baal Shem Tov. And this story gives us a bit of an idea of the role of the Chazan himself and how we fit into that entire role. The Baal Shem Tov, as many great masters, would daven for a very long time. And when he would daven for a very long time, a lot of his students would congregate around him. They would sit around him as he would daven at length. And they would listen to these beautiful prayers and how he would talk to his Creator on high. Now, one day, the students figured that, look, he's going to be davening for a very, very long time. And if they would just leave for a few moments and go home and do whatever they had to do and come back, he probably wouldn't notice. And they'd be able to catch up and be able to listen in on the last words of his prayer. That's exactly what they did. So they listened for, let's say, an hour, and then they left. They came back just a few minutes later, and to their surprise, they found that the Baal Shem Tov had finished davening. He'd finished up his davening quite quickly. And they asked him, they said, usually you daven for a few hours, what was this all about? And he said to them, it's quite simple. He says, when I daven every single day, and you are around me, it's not just me davening. I am davening because I am on the top of that pyramid, and you are building the pyramid upon which I stand. He says, on a day when you're not around, I don't have the pyramid to stand on, I'm not able to reach into the heavens on high because I don't have the bottom steps. And this really tells us what the role of the Shliach Tzibur, of what the Chazan is all about. The Chazan is there, not just, he's not alone, he's our emissary. It's based on our tefillos, the way that we commit ourselves and the way that we daven correctly. That is the thing upon which the Chazan stands and sends our tefillos up on high. Just another thought on that idea. We know very famously when the Jewish people fought against Amalek, it says that when Moshe Rabbeinu picked up his hands, that's when the Jewish people were victorious, and when he put down his hands, that's when Amalek were more victorious. And the basic question is: so why didn't Moshe Rabbeinu just keep his hands up on high and show his faith to Hashem at all times, and then they would have won then things would have been easy the whole time? And the answer is that his faith was only as strong as the faith of the people. He could only keep his hands up. He could only have a full expression of faith when the Jewish people themselves had a full expression of faith. The ability of the leader is only as great and only as strong as the ability and the faith of the people themselves. And those two thoughts really summarize what the Chazan's role is all about. He is on top, we form the pyramid, and he, on our behalf, reaches up into the heavens and hopefully gets for us a Shana Tov Sukkah, a good sweet New Year. So wish you a wonderful day, have a good Shabbos, and we'll continue next week with part 11 of the Machzor before Rosh Hashana.